Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about music across cultures, and I'll mainly focus on hardanger fiddle. So I'll introduce the fiddle from four aspects, which are appearance, technique, historical development, and influence. So before I start, I want to ask you a question. Is there a difference between violin playing and the fiddle playing? Yes. As a general rule, a violin is used for classical music, and a fiddle is used for folk, country, and bluegrass. In the rock and jazz idioms, the terms are used more interchangeably. So let's move on. Hardanger fiddle is a national musical instrument in Norway. And the older instruments were made entirely of native materials, using the native spruce for the face and either native maple or black alder for the sides and the back. The fingerboard and tailpiece were faced with cow horn, and the inlay was bone and the mother of pearl from local shellfish. Pegs were from a hard local wood, such as a pear or apple. Today, Albany has replaced the cow horn, and many makers buy standard violin wood from the Euro sources, although some still use local spruce and maple or black alder. Older instruments may have no linears and may have a bass bar carved in one piece with the top. Here are three images of the hardanger fiddle. And for the technique of bowing a hardanger fiddle also differs from that used with a violin. It's a smoother, bouncier style of bowing with a lighter touch. The player usually bows on two of the upper strings at a time and sometimes three. This is made easy by the relative flatness of the bridge, unlike the more curved bridge on the violin. The objective is to create a continuous sound of two pitches. The strings of the fiddle are slimmer than those of the violin, resembling the strings of violins from the Baroque period. And then I'll put emphasis on the historical development. Here, this hardanger fiddle is now in the University of Melbourne. From the mid-19th century, the hardanger fiddle became a more and more important symbol for the Norwegian nationalists. In 1904, composer Johan Harvison wrote music to play for Sigremen. In the Sigremen played the hardanger fiddle was given a very central part, both to accompany saying as a solo instrument and to be accompanied by symphony orchestra. Harvison's success with Sigremen inspired many composers to keep on writing music in the Norwegian musical language, using the elements from the hardanger fiddle music in the other parts of the traditional music in Norway. During the 19th century, the hardanger fiddle had become a kind of national icon in Norway. At the turn of the century, the instrument was indeed regarded as one of the most important national symbols. When the bourgeoisie tried to find their national distinctive quality, especially in relation to Sweden and Denmark, they often had to look to the Norwegian peasant culture. It was not until 1945 before we saw the first piece of music written for the hardanger fiddle in the post-war period. In the next decade, an increasing number of Norwegian composers wrote music for the hardanger fiddle. It was more the hardanger fiddle and its music as a symbol of Norwegianness, of national sound, than the actual possibilities and challenges attached to the specific instrument that attracted composers. Last, let's look at the influence of hardanger fiddle. As you can say, that hardanger fiddle is used in many films like The Lord of the Rings, Dunkirk, or How to Train a Dragon. Hardanger fiddle also increases the diversity of Western music instruments, makes the culture of Norwegian countryside well known, and it makes the monotonous urban culture add national characteristics. It also encourages people in other parts of the world to actively inherit their national culture and contribute to cultural diversity of the world. And that's all of my presentation of the Hardanger Fiddle. Thanks.